Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Greater Noble Height family. For those that are subscribed to this YouTube channel, may God continue to bless you all in Jesus' name. In case you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, in the field of philosophy, there is what is called ad hominem fallacy. It's a situation where an attacker, a public office holder, will begin to attack his opponent by trying to push his inefficiency and failure to his opponent. According to this philosopher's proposition, any person that is found using the ad hominem fallacy, it indicates and shows that the person, the office holder, the president, the governor, the senator has run out of ideas to handle situation. If you think that I am making it up, watch this video and see for yourself.
Troops are confronted with a new terrorist sect in the Northwest. This sect is known as Lakurawa. The Lakurawas are affiliated to terrorists from the Sahel, particularly from Mali and Niger republics. They began incursion into northwestern part of Nigeria, namely Sokoto and Kebbi states. And like I mentioned, they came in from Niger and the Mali axis. Now, why are we seeing this at this time? This came as a result of the coup that took place in Niger Republic. Winning this war without the support of the people is close to impossible. When those people came in, the citizens welcomed them. They did not report them. They thought they were saints. Until they now had a grip of them and started doing funny things with them.
We know exactly where they are.
Reports indicate that Lakurawa terror group affiliated to Islamic State in the Sahel has been forcibly collecting cows from locals in return for protection against bandits.
They came from Mali. Originally came from Mali, not Niger Republic. They came from Mali, and what they were doing at that time, they were helping the locals repel bandits. And they also believed that imams to preach Islam with fidelity. Okay. If an imam preaches and they are not happy with some of what preachment, yes, they would remove that imam in those local governments where they hold sway, where they are active. See, today they are very active in Gudu. That local government was where they attacked, they ambushed the military team on patrol, killed an officer and 3 others. They even attempted to sign, this one that I'm talking about happened about a month ago. Oh, really? Yes. They even attempted to snatch a gun truck, but the military successfully resisted them and killed some of them. Now, former governor of Sokoto State appealed to them when he saw that, okay, these guys were preaching Islam, they wanted better practice of religion and all that. He appealed to them to calm down. Then they decided to lie low. Right? This Gudu, where they are most active, is one of the most neglected local government in the whole of Sokoto State. In fact, they had their first, is the only local government in Nigeria at a point without a senior secondary school. It was Tambuwal that laid the foundation for that first senior secondary school in a whole local government. Wow. That school that I built, people can use it now because these boys are active. They collect taxes from people through livestock, in form of livestock. It is true that the instability in Mali and Niger make them more active. What I disagree with is the attempt to make it look like they just happened on the scene, that this is a new terrorist group. No, they are not. If you go to Kebi, Aujie and Arugungu, these are local governments located close to Sokoto State, the areas where they are active. And those areas where they are active are close to Niger, the Niger border. Okay. If you go to all of these places, these people are not new to them. In fact, they will tell you where they are, the areas where they are occupied. The thing that gives me joy is that, okay, the army is moving troops in that direction. Yeah. So I know that their days of infamy will soon come to an end. Yeah. But I disagree that this is a new terrorist group. Okay. Because as early as 2018, far back as 2018, I edited story about them. And they have been carrying out their activities in those areas. Today, they are active in 5 local governments. They were originally restricted to 2. That is Gudu and Yangaza. But they are now in Binji, Silame, Gadabawa, and Ilela. Ilela is the border town. Between Sokoto and Kebi, Niger Republic. And Ilela, right? Okay. Border between Nigeria and Niger. Then in Kebi, they are in Hauji and Arugungu. Yeah. Which, as I said earlier, also border the border Niger Republic. They are close to Niger Republic.
Yeah. But thankfully, the General Edward Buba talked about, he said, we know where they are. Apparently, as I said, eternal vigilance. They say that's the price you pay for liberty. So,
I'm even more worried that he should be coming to say, we know where you are. It shouldn't be, if you know where they are, go there and then do your job, rather than coming to come and begin to broadcast to the enemies. What do you want them to do? When once they hear this, what will they do? Are they going to wait for you to come? No, they will move. Mm-hmm. You understand? So the best thing is, okay, fine, you have identified them. You know where they are, but don't come and tell us where they are. Because if you, it's always very funny that some people, including police, and they just feel that these terrorists, they don't watch TV or they don't read newspapers. You understand?
All right. So yesterday we went to Kirikiri Maximum Prison because of the guy that been sentenced to death for what he knows absolutely nothing about. And to be honest, it was a very, very sad story, which I'm going to tell. And I believe a lot of people are going to learn from this story. That's number one. Number two, I don't think we'll be able to do much for him, but we'll try our possible best. At least, if we can try to not have him sentenced to death, but maybe they can give him life imprisonment for the start. Because where he is now in the prison, he has been condemned. Condemned means, say, if you wake up one morning, just carry him, just come outside, just say, okay, the people where they inside this prison, they don't too much. Where are the people where they condemn? Come outside, pa. And a lot of them, they were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, maybe the wrong place at the right time. So what happened yesterday, when we got to Kirikiri Maximum, if you remember the guy, Samson Ogochukwu Igwe from Ebonyi State, according to him, he said he was working in Anambra State, and then one of his friends called him that he should come to Lagos and he will secure him a job. And when he got to Lagos, that was when everything happened. Now, when we got there, then I asked him what happened. He should tell me the whole story. And then at the end of the day, I found out that illiteracy also played a very big role in why that guy is in prison. So what happened? When the guy told him to come from Anambra State to Lagos, the guy got him a job with a security company. The security company in Lagos here, I think it's called Koga Security Company. So they got him a job and they gave him a job in Lekki. Now, the person that called him to come, his name is Viviano Okonkwo. Viviano Nonso Okonkwo. He called them to come to Lagos and then took him to that security company. And the guy said, okay, do I need to do an interview? He said, no, don't worry. I know the head of the security. I will talk to him and they will guarantee you a job. The only thing you need to say is that, please, I don't want to work anywhere else. I want to work in Lekki. It's Lekki that I want. So they went there, they spoke to the head of the security, and they gave him 5,000 naira so that it can make things easy for them. So they gave him this job in one place in Lekki, right? Lekki phase 1. So he started working there. And one day his madam came, and his madam saw that his friend that told him to come from Anambra State to Lagos. And the woman said, see, I don't like this guy here. You are security here, stop bringing people to this house. The woman warned him, and then the woman left. Subsequently, the guy continued visiting against the woman's knowledge, to the point where this guy slept in the woman's house 2 times against the woman's knowledge. Although he didn't sleep inside the house, he slept in the security part of the house. So one day, this guy came with 4 guys. That is the Viviano Okonkwo. He came to meet Samson Ogochukwu with 4 guys in the morning and told him that, let's go inside. So when they went inside, they asked him, how many people are in this compound? So from there, they went to his own security place and they carried knife and a baton. That was how they went inside the main house with Samson. They tied Samson's hand and they went inside the main house. So when they got inside the main house, they brought they went straight to the Oga's room. They brought the Oga outside. They brought the madam outside and the relative. They brought everybody outside. They collected money from everybody and they carried some jewelries and they packed everything. And they now carried one car from the house. So Nonso, which is the guy that brought Samson from Anambra State, now said Samson should go with them. Do you understand? That was how Samson followed them. They put Samson in the boots. They now drove to somewhere around Obalende, I think, ShopRite somewhere. They drove to around Aja ShopRite. One ShopRite around Aja. So when they dropped him, they now gave him 100K. And they now told him to run away. You understand? But people that saw when these people threw him out of the car and gave him 100K, they gathered the guy and they asked him what happened. Then he explained that this guy, I know this guy from village. This guy gave me a job and he mobilized people to come where I was working to come and rob. And that's how they carried me along and they dropped me here. And he told me that I should run back to Anambra. You understand? So people there now said, run, no, if you go back, they will arrest you. Some other people said, no problem, don't run. We all saw what happened. We'll follow you back to the place and we'll explain to them that this is what happened. They dropped you off and gave you money. So he said, okay. So the people followed him to the house. When they got to the house, the madam now started shouting, thief, thief, thief. Those people now ran away and left him. That was how police came. When police came, they charged the case to court. The woman said, this is the guy that robbed me. She was beating him in the station and the guy kept on begging, now madam, I did not rob you. The woman now said, but did I not tell you that I should not let this guy come into the house? Do you understand? That was when he knew that him himself had messed up, right? Not knowing that his friend was using this idea to survey the house. All those time he was coming to sleep there, they were using him as a tool for surveillance. Cut a long story short, the case was charged to court, and when they got to court, he didn't have a lawyer. So the judge said, okay, we'll get you a government lawyer to defend you. They brought government lawyer and they defended him the first day. Now, when they now took him to remand him in the police station while the case continued, then the other people's lawyer, like the woman's lawyer, now went to go and visit him, which is not supposed to happen. Like the complainant's lawyer went to go and visit him in prison and told him that, see, we want to help you. But the best way to help you is this. If the judge asks you if you know your madam, say no. Mind you, they tracked that car that they stole everything and put it inside. That is Viviano Okonkwo. They tracked the car to where they were going to sell it and they arrested all of them. So while this thing was happening in court, they brought in all of them. Do you understand? So when they brought in all of them, that guy now representing the complainant, the lawyer representing the complainant, went to go and tell him that, see, if they ask you if you know this madam, your madam, say you don't know her. If they ask you if you know these guys, say you don't know them. That's the only thing that can save you. Then the guy said, okay. The guy now contacted his own lawyer that the government gave him, the government lawyer. Now contacted him and look at what this other person came to tell me. Do you understand? Then his lawyer now said, it's okay, just say what he told you to say. So they got to court. When it's time to talk, they asked him, do you know this woman? That is his madam that employed him. He said, no. Do you know these guys that came to rob? He said, no. Do you understand? That was how they now passed judgment that it is only him that went to go and do the robbery. So the people where go rob, They don't deceive him. They let those ones go. Madam go. Now they sentence him to buy. Now, me, I was thinking, okay, it's a case where they could not find the other people before. I don't know, say they already find them. They don't carry them come court. And this boy don't deny people where we say supposed to indict. People where we say supposed to say, yes, now these people come rob. These are the people that held my hand. They tied my hand. They forced me. They have been coming to the house. I did not know that they were trying to survey the house. I did not know that this. I did not know that. He denied them. He denied that he does not know them. Meanwhile, the madam they talk say, these people, I don't know them. Now him, I know. Now him be my security guard. So you see how everything done. Illiteracy. And boom, that was how only him is taking a fall for this. Now, what do we do? I don't know how the case won't take be, but we'll try to look for a way to appeal. Look for a way to appeal so that they cannot just carry him and go and buy him one day. Let's try to get life imprisonment first. It's a step from condemn to life imprisonment. And I hope luck is on our side. Now, to all the people who say they'll just call you from somewhere, hey, come with the chop life for here, start with the wrong come. You're on your own. You better be careful of the people that you let to influence you. And education is important. School no be scam. School no be scam. Thank you very much. And I hope we try our best. And may God help us. Peace and love. Don't play.
From your statement, Ugochukwu, I can understand the presence of miscarriage of justice and selective justice. But I want to renew your mindset before I'll come back to that. When it comes to law, you have to be serious in what you are doing. From your speech and your statement, you were not ethically professional. You didn't obey your job roles, your job description, to the extent that your employer or the lady or the family you are securing caution you time without number to stop bringing in stranger into the house, and you persist, you continue bringing in strangers into the family. Okay, now that it should happen, instead of you to be professional, instead of you to go and report to your employer by going back to your office or going back to any nearby police station and report yourself, you went back to the house that an incident took place and you started sharing crocodile tears. Now you were charged to court, and the only escape route you had was manipulated because of your inexperience. That is miscarriage of justice. One of the factors that can lead to miscarriage of justice is ineffectiveness of a prosecuting officer or investigating officer, or inexperience of a suspect. A false statement given by a suspect because of his or her inexperience, or partiality in the judicial system. These are factors that can lead to miscarriage of justice. You have not experienced this, you would think that what this young man Ugochukwu said was lie. Most of the things he said here, based on experience, I can attest that such a thing took place. How can you, as a judge, as a lawyer, as a defendant lawyer, as a prosecuting lawyer, how can you deceive a suspect to agree and sign a document forcefully? You approach this man, this young man, to deny his employer, to deny the lady, the family that he was securing. How can you do that? How can you do that? You don't have conscience. Also, even the Ugochukwu lawyer, being the defendant lawyer, connive with the prosecuting lawyers to make sure that this young man experienced miscarriage of justice. Ladies and gentlemen, please advise your brothers, advise your sisters that any person that take you to court is not your friend. Even if it's your father, your mother, your brother, or your sister, even if your son took you to court or arrest you and charge you to court, that person ceases to be your relative as of that time. Defend yourself. Every tools you have in your possession to defend yourself in the court of law, please do it, because when it comes to law, friendship, brotherhood does not apply. If you like what we are doing here, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to this YouTube channel, share our video, and leave your comment. Thank you very much.